Welcome everyone back to the Frankfurt Famous channel. Oh, man, this is going to be a very frustrating video today. It's not one that I wanted to make or even thought I would be making right now, but every single time Chelsea is going on a downfall, it just tends to darken everything. I mean, nothing even feels right. Emotions can't be excited about anything because it looks like we're headed in a dark place. Please don't forget to like. Also, don't forget to subscribe, as I'll continue to provide you with content on Chelsea football. Going to be introducing a lifelong Liverpool fan. Here we go. We have a sorry lifelong Liverpool fan here with the viewers. Going to be talking about, man, some not so good news for both of us today, right?
Man, I'm crying inside. You don't understand. All day, man. I was like, what is happening to my voice? But, we'll see.
We don't have good news today, but we got Team Blue, Team Red coming to you guys to really discuss what we saw, what we learned, where we're going from this point on. And are we heading upwards or are we heading downwards? As we see that the league is really taking a hit. A lot of top six teams are seeming dysfunctional right now. Some are going down, some are coming back up. But we really want to talk about some two real big clubs in the Premier League. And first, you want to discuss the blue side, you guys. We want to talk about Chelsea. As we know that they played against Manchester City. It was crazy. It was crazy. It's not even a joke to even think about how quickly Manchester City just destroyed our team. Like, there was no dynamics. There was no fight. There is nothing to show that we were willing to put in the work to get these 3 points versus a top team that is relatively known for being at the top of the table. This can help us to gain the confidence we need to go back up. And what happened, man? This is I'm gonna let you, RT, tell me, you watched the game. What are some of the things you saw? And I mean, give it to me raw. I gotta hear it.
Man, remember on Saturday night, I told you.
Yeah.
Your coach, man.
Yeah.
It's your coach. Hey, Pep, Pep was way too experienced, you know what I'm saying? And Frank makes rookie mistakes. He makes rookie mistakes. He has the personnel, but he doesn't know where to put him.
Yeah.
I believe the tactics he went was wrong. He started gang ho. Yeah. Like, you guys, like, I was like, wait, is that Klopp coaching Chelsea right now? Because y'all were like gang pressing him.
Yeah.
And then Pep was like, let's sit. Let's wait 5-10 minutes. Let's see what they're doing. And then bam, they hit you guys with that ferocious counterattack.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a rookie mistake from your coach. Some of your players, I believe they're not ready.
Yeah.
They should not start. You should use the people who are tried and tested. Yeah. And last season, your young guys, they came in. They came in for your coach. Yeah. And for some reason, he seems like he's forgetting them.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, to first start it off, the lineup, for me, it was exciting to see that Hakim Ziyech is back, to finally have the magician, the wizard, the player who can make the difference. But I felt like it was too early to start him, especially for this big of a game. He is a big character, but I think Frank Lampard should have definitely either brought him off the bench, slowly transitioned him back into play, because you could see he wasn't doing too much. He looked like he was still out of shape. It looks like he didn't have quite a bit of the tools to change the game. I mean, he's trying to play balls into the box, and for that type of play, we need a player of Giroud or Tammy Abraham to be that point person, and that's what we didn't have. To see Timo playing up top, which we talked about, and I told you that Timo will be, I think, playing in the striker role will have a greater influence because he needs to be facing his player.
Right.
He needs to face his player. He needs to be able to get at the defenders and be closer to the goal instead of starting out wide. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for him, but I looked in the middle and I saw that we were playing Mason Mount, Kovacic, and N'Golo Kante, which relatively I like that middle three because there's energy. That's something we need. And then to have Aspilicueta come in and play in the Reece James position, that is a solid leader we need right next to Thiago. So I felt confident that we could either get a point out of this game or get all three. But
the thing is, he went what 4-3-3, right?
Correct.
Which is a mistake against a team like Chelsea. I mean, a team like a City that have been very solid defensively lately. I mean, no one saw that one coming.
Yeah.
And at any time, they could hit you with an offensive potency that no one could get. You know what I'm saying? And he went out too hard. I like the midfield. Yes, he had a lot of energy, but I believe he should have gone 4-2-3-1 and start Havertz. You got to let Havertz play out of his rust.
Yeah.
Play him in the number 10 role. Let him get used to this physical. Let him get bullied out. That's the only way he's going to learn.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of crosses, why don't you have Giroud or Odoi play?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Timo, yes, he also needs to play out of his rust. But right now, Timo needs to rest right now. He needs to be coming off in the last 30 minutes, last 20 minutes, and use his pace, to get at the defense.
Yep.
Because the City defense, they didn't have that much speed. They were solid, but they don't have that much speed. So maybe in the last 75 minutes, you bring Timo in, he got speed, he could get at them. You know what I mean? But the way they started, it was way too hot. It's like Chelsea started way too hot, City sat back a little bit, and then to realize there was so many space. Like Kante was all over the place, and the ball was just outrunning him. You've never seen that from Kante.
True.
He got a yellow card too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Which is like, whoa, Kante, come on.
Yeah.
Normally he doesn't. He will foul or not get a yellow card.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? So the tactics that Frank gave to the team was off. He should have been pragmatic. You playing City.
Yeah.
Playing pragmatic against City is no shame.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Klopp does that. Sometimes he will sit back and say, hey, let's see what they're doing. He should have sat back, see what they're doing, and then slowly, getting a point from City is not a bad thing either, whether you home or away.
True.
But him going way too hard, come on. And we all thought that they lost, 6 players?
Yeah, they did lose 6 players. Walker, they didn't have Laporte. They didn't even have their goalie. They played a goalie from Columbus Crew, MLS, who literally slept. I mean, the whole game he was sleeping in the goal because we didn't put any pressure on him.
That's what I was going to say.
Where he picked up the ball when it was passed back to him, but we couldn't even convert off of that opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then talking about the pressure, that's a good point too, because at the beginning of the game, he was also struggling.
Yeah.
So that's when you put pressure on him because he hasn't settled down yet.
Yeah.
But then that's when they also started picking up. They realized, okay, Chelsea's on us too much, so now we have to pass.
Yeah.
And, Chilwell was bombing up forward a little bit too much, especially when you have, what's the name, Sterling on the other side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the name? There was no creativity in your midfield.
Definitely not.
Which I think it hurt you guys a little bit more because when you get the ball, you will just lose it right away.
Correct.
You lost the ball a little bit way too much playing against City.
Yeah.
Any other team, it might be okay.
Yeah.
But, Frank does have to let the other new guys come in slowly. Just like you were saying earlier, there's Ziyech. I don't mind Ziyech starting because he's the magician, right?
Yeah.
Because if you wait too long, it might be way too late for him to come in. Now, if it's a 2-1, okay, good, bring him in.
Yeah.
But you wanted to control the game. That's why you have Ziyech started.
Yeah.
But you didn't control the game. You were just bombing forward, and that didn't work. And it fell right in the lap of Pep, and Pep was like, thank you so much, Frank.
Yeah.
And
it seemed like a rookie mistake to me.
It was yeah.
And the thing that pisses me off a lot about what the style that Chelsea play is when we press, we don't press together as a team. That's the issue is if someone's pressing and the forwards are pressing, the midfield, where are they at? They're leaving gaps. So then now Man City's game is to play through the back, right? They have so many playmakers: Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, Rodrigo,
Gundogan.
Gundogan. I was gonna say his name incorrectly. I'm sorry.
And people sleep on Gundogan. Remember, Gundogan was injured in Dortmund.
Yes.
So he knows how to play. He knows how to control a midfield.
Yeah.
You know, he's always overshadowed by KDB and the Silvers and all the other guys. But Gundogan is a brainiac.
Yeah.
So he also hurt you guys a lot because when he had the ball, he was closing his eyes, just picking up passes everywhere.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you're going to press, you have to press a team. The midfield has to be solid.
Yeah.
And they have to control the game for you to be able to press constantly because they're now City is sitting back.
Yeah.
But you guys, like everybody was pressing and you left so many spaces.
Yeah.
Also, you have to remember, Thiago is not 25.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't even know what was going on.
It definitely exposed us. They definitely exposed us. I mean, other teams have been doing that, but they showed that we don't have any leadership in the team when it comes to trying to figure out teams.
Facts.
They know exactly that Man City's going to go in, play with the false nine. They're going to play a lot of movement. That's what they do.
Yes.
Pep likes to keep it on the wide width and let his playmakers make movement. So it was hard to see Kurt Zouma so confused, didn't know who to go. He didn't know if he needed to step close to Kevin De Bruyne or he needed to back off and be next to Thiago Silva. It really showed us the lack of plan B that we don't have and the execution that we need. That hey, we need if we can't figure out the game, let's go to the basics. Play structured football, defend until we're able to get to halftime, and then we can figure out what Frank Lampard has kind of had an opportunity to really see what's going on. Our leaders have had an opportunity to see what's going on. We can come into the second half knowing that okay, this is the way they're playing. Now let's counter that.
Right.
Nothing,
but I see the thing
that happened.
But I see that's I think one of the issues that most of the Chelsea fans have with Frank. He doesn't know how to do game time management.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be waiting until the halftime to make those changes that you're talking about. He should have made it during the first half because they scored 3 goals in the first half.
Exactly.
They could have scored 6.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So he should have been say, okay, guys, fall back, sit back, let's play like we played at Man U.
Yeah.
And let's ride this 1-0 down or 2-0 down. And let's go to the dressing room locker room, and then, let's figure out coming back from the halftime. But he didn't make those changes. And I think also it falls also on Thiago. Thiago should have told people, hey, everybody fall back.
Yeah.
Do not press anymore.
Yeah.
Because you have Pulisic who runs all the way to the left side and couldn't come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what's the name? Chilwell, a lot of times you could see he was frustrated because all he was doing is he runs down the line and crosses it in and nobody's there. The ball, he gets counted on his side.
Yeah.
Bernardo was just having a party, like ice skating on the right.
I mean, this is his come out party. He's been in a slump.
He's been in a slump for days.
Chelsea's giving everybody the energy to and the confidence to come back and show that they can play. We're looked at as a tool now. This is so disrespectful for us as Chelsea fans. To watch a team spend over 300 million in players and we can't even compete. We're seeing ourselves in 8th place right now. We were just laughing at Arsenal, how far they're falling down off the cliff, and we're heading that direction.
You're crossing path, man.
Oh my God! And N'Golo Kante, the mistakes he made, and I do not have bad things to say about this player, but he's making more and more mistakes when he doesn't have players around him that can help him as he's trying to go forward. He's not a creative player. We understand that. He's a player who's going to be well at his position, pressing, breaking up play, and distributing closely to the players. But when Frank Lampard's trying to have him be used as a player who's going to make something happen, he's going to make those mistakes. And
same mistake Sarri did. Sarri put him all the way up top, knowing that that's not his game. And also, you know, Kante's game is I get the ball, I give it to the creative player. That midfield didn't have any creative players. You had energy, but you didn't have any creative players. Remember when Havertz, he came in, he didn't play that well, but when he came in, he was at least attempting to. So when Kante gets the ball, he gives it to him.
Yeah.
You see? The fact that you guys did not have somebody, Mount is not a creative player. He should be on the wing.
Yeah.
Give him the ball, let him run cross. Putting him in that midfield was a mistake against City. Any other team, it might work. Yeah. Possibly it will work. But against City, you put players who could control the game in the middle.
Yeah.
Kovacic and Kante was right. Put them, those two holding, set it behind, in front of the back four.
Yeah.
Then I believe, I don't know what you think, but I believe he should have put Harvard as number 10. Give him a free roll. And then have your wide man keep the game wide.
Yeah.
And then play Giroud. Giroud should have started.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, your magician will make those crosses. That guy can cross with that left foot.
Yeah.
You know, Giroud is there. He is 6'4". You are Timo, who's what, 5'2"? Against this monster 6 foot. Yeah. Diaz and who was the other guy on the back foot? I forgot. Was it Stones.
Yeah.
Both of them over 6 foot.
Yeah.
What's Timo gonna do with those?
Yeah.
You know, have Giroud be there. Let him create some problems. Beat them down. They get tired. Then you bring Timo in.
Yeah.
You know, and then you could stop what's the name, Ziyech, because you know he just came back. You can't give him 90 games like that. He will go right back to the hospital. Bring in Odoi. He should have brought Odoi way sooner. Bring Odoi and have Odoi be on the right. Now you still got speed going against these big guys.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and he was shocked. I think Frank was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" By the time he makes those changes, it was too late.
Everyone was stuck. No one knew what was going on. No one knew how to figure out the puzzle.
Right.
You can see players looking at each other, frustrated with each other. Like you said, Ben Chilwell was crossing the ball into the box. I'm expecting Timo Werner. When the ball's being crossed into the box, he is that type of player who's a poacher. I'm expecting him to get into the box quicker than any of those defenders. But he hesitated. That's where you see that the confidence is lacking. He rather get the ball off than try and fight through whatever he's going through, and knows that if he gets a goal, it's going to help him out of his slump.
He's scared to make mistakes. Because remember, he had an open net like 2 times, and the guy, he was killing birds.
Roofed it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what? He is out here like, oh my God, what should I do? But this is where Frank needs to say, okay, Timo is a ground player. The ball has to be on the ground. Create chances for him to get in the box.
Yeah.
I believe there's too many players in your team that are trying to score too many goals.
Yeah.
Pulisic is trying to get his.
Yeah.
Ziyech, I know he just got here, so he's trying to find his feet. Yeah. So everybody who comes in is trying to get theirs, and they're forgetting about Timo is the dude that's supposed to be scoring the goals. Yeah. And yes, I can understand he's not scoring, so everybody's like, okay, we can't wait for him. We got to score. Yeah. But that's where it falls down on the coach again. You know, the coach has to come up with a tactic that will work for the players, not for him.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Frank Lampard is doing. He is trying to create something for him instead of for the players. The two, if you're gonna, how many guys you guys brought in? 7?
About 8 players. We have one that's out on loan. So we brought in a lot of good players. It's not like we brought in players who are not up to par or who weren't worth the money we spent.
Right.
It's just the fact that these players that we brought in are lacking confidence, are not fully prepared for this experience, and they're young. That's the thing that I'm not really like totally angry at the players so much, because a lot of them are young. They came in with a high profile, which is understandable, but they're still young. Pulisic came in. Frank Lampard kept saying he's young, he's young, he's young. Towards the end of the season, that's when we saw Pulisic really grasping the money spent for him until he had the injury. But I do want to say, since you jumped on the topic of Frank Lampard and it starts with him. There's reports going out from the Athletic that is talking about that Frank Lampard's job. He's on the hot seat, and it looks like Chelsea are looking at alternatives already. Since this is being discussed, what it seems like is that alternatives have already been looked at before this news ever came out. They're just saying now this result has given them the opportunity to leak this. What do you think about them now talking about Frank Lampard on the hot seat, that there's alternatives being looked at, there's rumors about the players, or some of them are not really ready to work under him anymore. I kind of want to hear what do you think about that and your experience with your own team.
So, first of all, Frank is Uncle Abraham's favorite kid.
Yeah.
And the fact that these rumors are coming out should tell you something.
Yeah.
So I believe they're looking at elsewhere, and they're probably going to give him maybe a game or two to see where he falls.
Yeah.
Now, even if he wins, they might let him go still. We know how Uncle Abraham is. That guy has no mercy. But if it shows at the next game that they play and they show like, okay, he shaking off the rust and they're playing a little bit better, you could see there's cohesion in the team, maybe they'll give him till the summer.
Yeah.
But right now, I think they're looking at it like in a place of, we do not want to fall off top four after spending $250 million.
Yeah.
You see? So if it comes to a point where they start falling behind maybe 8 points, 10 points, they will drop their hammer on him.
Yeah.
And the fact that Chelsea, that normally are very close-knit when it comes to rumors, and now they're talking about the coach, who is the owner's favorite kid, I think there's some smoke somewhere. Yeah. I think there's some smoke somewhere. And as a Chelsea fan, who will you want to see? I know you're Frank in. You're not a Frank out. I know you're a Frank in. So I want to see who do you think? Right now, I'm not scared of Chelsea because of the coach. Now, there's two coaches. If you break, I'm going to have concerns. Not that I'll be scared. I'll have concerns. Yeah. One is, I just forgot his name. Guy from Southampton.
The coach right now?
Hasselsflop. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
The coach for Southampton. Or just and then Tuchel.
Yeah.
And Tuchel, yeah. If those two come to Chelsea, believe me, everybody in the league gonna be a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Because one, those players are their type of players. They know how to coach that type of players. And two, they are more experienced. Frank, it was too soon. It was way too soon. He should have stayed in Derby or for at least one more year or 2 more years and come back to Chelsea. And I believe last year, that's where his level is. The players that he had last year, that's where his level is. Those are the same players he had at Derby, if you remember. Mount was at Derby. So, and I believe, there's also rumors that Frank has his egos pretty big in a training ground.
Yeah.
So a lot of the players are kind of like, and these kids, they are not Frank's years. I'll tell you the same coach who did the same mistake. Thierry Henry, his first coaching gig in Monaco. Mm-hmm. He went there with ironclad, my way or the highway, and then he got fired like a month or two during the job. But now that he came to Vancouver, he's doing way much better because now he realized that I can't coach these guys the way I used to play.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I think Frank Lampard is missing. He's coaching them the way he used to play, thinking that this is how they have to do it, instead of looking at the players he has and then building the system around it. This is where we are in the system FC now. You have to have a system. So he doesn't have a system. The players are kind of like just trying to figure out okay, what are we doing? And it showed against City.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I read somewhere that Thiago Silva was like, I don't know what was going wrong. And that's because even him, as a great leader as he is, he didn't even know what was going on. He couldn't even control his team.
Yeah.
He should have been the one telling everybody, sit back and let's see what they're doing. Let's calm down. Let's calm the game down. You are 2 goals down and you're still bombing forward, like, you know? So I think Frank needs to watch his back.
Right now, I don't even want to really discuss any other option. I definitely think Frank Lampard, we need to give him a little bit more time to make the difference.
Yeah.
No, Chelsea's not known for that. Roman Abramovich is not known for that. He's cutthroat. He sees something going wrong, he'll make the changes. He'll pick up the phone. He'll call the next manager and tell him you're on the way. And we'll see a new manager at the blink of an eye. That's something to where Chelsea has been successful doing, and I don't think that's going to stop that because of Frank Lampard's loyalty to the club and him being such a big person in the club. That will never go. His resume, everything he's done for the club will always be cherished by all Chelsea fans, all players. But at the end of the day, this is built off of results. And if you're not getting results, he's going to find somebody else that can. So I definitely want to say for right now, I'm hoping that Frank Lampard can turn around for our next game. And we can do what Arsenal is doing right now and how they were able to flip the switch. We need probably one game that's going to be able to get us somewhere because this
slow down with Arsenal. Arsenal, I told you, Arsenal is a gift that keep on giving.
Yeah.
They are winning games that they're supposed to win.
Definitely.
I mean, the Chelsea one was like, okay, well, the Chelsea one threw everybody off. It was like there was a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
But they're beating teams that they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
Eventually, but I mean, Arsenal also have their own problem. Their problem is deep. And the coach they brought is not the coach for right now. Yeah. That coach should be sitting up with, for instance, Arsene Wenger. And then when all the major issues are fixed, then Arsenal say, okay, I'm retiring. Arteta, you take over.
Yeah.
Arteta, I told you last time, the league has this state of copycat league. It's like, oh, we should have the next Zidane, we should have the next Pep. Pep and Zidane were coaching in the B team of Madrid and Barca.
Yeah.
Zidane was in the front office as well as the back office. So he knew in and out of the team. He's also a legend. Yeah. So same with Pep. Pep was a legend of Barca. How are you going to bring somebody from City who is the assistant to the legend and think that he's going to fix you guys have problems for 20 years?
Yeah.
That was a big mistake. So he is learning as he goes. Same with Frank. Frank got way too excited. He thought, like, I got this. Uncle, just give me the checkbook. We're flying. You see, I did it without even bringing any more players.
Yeah.
But then people forget that the league changes every single year.
Yeah. Yep.
And they were not ready. Ole, on the other hand, Ole has been coaching. Nothing that we know about, but he's been coaching. It's just that Man U was a bigger club, and the jump was way too big. That's why it took him a little bit of time. And now, as you can see, they think they're going to win the league.
Yeah. We don't even really worry about that. Manchester United make their own bed and sleep in it. So now that we've been talking a little about Chelsea and the depressing state that we're in at the moment, I want to turn the channel and let's talk about Liverpool because they had a game. It seems like you guys are kind of or are feeling the same way we are. So kind of let me know what's going on through your mind. I mean, it feels like you guys are definitely walking alone on this moment, and to see the emotions of Southampton's coach, this is something that he really, really wanted, and he got it. So let me know what were you expressing? What were you thinking during the game?
First of all, that's funny. We're walking alone. I see what you did, man. I see what you did, man. Liverpool. First of all, Liverpool is a team that has like 2 more gears over everybody else.
Yeah.
Even 1 more gear over City, right? But right now, the injuries are now catching up to us. It was supposed to catch up with us when VVD and Gomez went down. Mm-hmm. But somehow, some way, Klopp's system kind of carried us through all the way to January, which everybody was like, all we need is get to January, and then maybe the owners and Klopp can come up with somebody that could come in, stand in until VVD comes back.
Yeah.
At least from what we're hearing, he's making great progress.
Yeah.
But right now, it's running out. We haven't been playing well ever since we came back from the COVID break. Mm-hmm. And I believe the players are starting to get a little bit complacent. You see? And when you win everything so fast, you tend to be like, motivating yourself is very hard.
Yeah.
So this is where I believe, and you know me, I'm a Klopp student.
Yeah.
I have his, the man is that guy. I wore the Klopp before Rodgers. But Klopp is also loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
When it's time to bring down the hammer, like say Alex Ferguson would do, he would be like, nah, let me give him a little more time. But he'll work himself out of it. A lot of times it works, a lot of times it doesn't. And right now you could see that complacency is kicking into the team. Klopp is very frustrated. The players are not hearing him. They've been with him for what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
So maybe it's time he sits back and let Pep, his assistant, start doing the talking. Because a lot of times players who win things so fast, so early, after a while it's like, really? All I need is I just have to turn it up. And right now they can't. So that is creeping into the team. And right now, Klopp needs to be ruthless.
Yeah.
We love all our guys. We love them. But right now, I'm sorry, it's time to break the bed.
Definitely.
It's time to break the bed and break some new guitarist and frontman or somebody. We need to, the rebuild start this summer, not next summer. It should start this January because of what we're going through.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that is the main issue at Liverpool right now.
Yeah. No.
Now let's talk about how they play. Horrible.
Oh,
horrible. Oh my.
I mean, but wait, how can you say they played horrible? They had about 67% possession, 17 shots on goal. They only had 1 shot on target.
Okay, now you're talking.
When you look at the stats, it looks like they should have won this game easily. How does it feel to have a former Liverpool player, Danny Ings, score? What looked like an accident goal, which Alisson just kind of stood there as if his feet didn't work and hit it off the pole into the back of the net. Like that to me seems like it was the.
Right. Alisson couldn't do anything because Trent forgot how to defend.
Oh my God! I
don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to play with his hip, his stomach, or his. I'm like, Trent, what are you doing? And also, that's the same complacency that I'm talking about. Trent is not Trent like even last year or the year before. Trent is 20, 21 years old. He's won everything.
Yeah.
He needs to start realizing that, dude, your life just started.
Yeah.
In terms of football, your life just started. You need to keep winning. You want to be a legend like Steven Gerrard, every game is like a final to you. Mm-hmm. You can't get to Gerrard's status just because you won the Premier League and the Champions League, and you think all of a sudden now, hey, Gerrard's status. Gerrard did it for what, 15, 17 years? Yeah. Every game the guy gave his, sweat, blood, tears, everything. Trent needs to be sit down because I believe that he's feeling himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Players in the team, there's frustration in the team because you could tell. Robinson started acting crazy, just like you were saying about Kante getting yellow cards left and right. Robinson is starting to get yellow cards out of nowhere.
Yeah, 17 yellows. That's quite a bit for Liverpool. To see him not get so upset about that foul as he's going bombing down the left wing, and he just decides to kick one of Southampton's players in the back of his leg.
What are you doing? And he did the same thing last a game against Newcastle.
Yeah.
And he was arguing with the ref. Wow, dude, we trying to score a goal. Let the game go on. Argue with him after the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you could tell they did. Robinson never do that.
Yeah.
Robinson will normally get people upset and then he will run off.
Yeah.
You know, so you could tell certain players, they're not hearing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping if VVD comes back in the locker room, that could change some dynamics.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Because even our main leader, Endo, even him, you could tell he's talking to them and they're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and today, personally, I would have never started Thiago and Cox at the same time.
Okay.
I would have rather put Milner and Gini, and then if Thiago's going to start, let Thiago run himself out so he gets back to full fitness. The guy's been out for like 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, and him playing that CDM was a little bit too much. But when he gets more time, because Southampton, they work hard.
Yeah.
They work really hard. They don't give you time to think. You know, their issue is they don't have a final third. With the amount of work they do, they don't have a good amount of final third. But if Thiago had more time, you had him roaming up front, doing what he do, he will pick a pass. He will go through, you know, the guy has a genius.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe towards the end, you bring Ox and then Shaqiri. I believe Origi should have gotten playing time, or Minamino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
oh,
I mean,
man.
you kind of go back to how, you know, you were describing how Timo was shooting balls all into the air and everything.
Yeah.
Explain to me Sadio Mane's shot right in front of the goal, because it seems like he was heading for the rafters too, which I definitely think he should have put you guys back on top or back into contention. And I don't know, it just seemed like all the things you guys try to do. Foster did a great job today. I'm not going to lie. Foster came out. He had a beautiful save on Mohamed Salah.
Salah, yeah.
With the strong foot and your defenders, you could tell were fighting for every shot, throwing their bodies on the line. They wanted this. This is the display that Southampton could take them further, and they continue to play like this because now they do not feel like they are just a bottom league team or subpar team. They are starting to feel like they can compete. And
no, they have problems. Southampton is a problem.
Yeah.
People don't sleep on him. Their coach is a great coach. Remember, he's the one that made RB Leipzig where they are right now.
Yeah.
So and I like the fact that they even gave him more time. He was struggling too.
Yeah.
He's been there, 3 years? His first year, he got beat 9-0, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
thank you.
they are a problem, especially this year. You know, if they get another goal scorer on the team, they will cause a lot of damage. They will be in the top half of probably 7-6 around that area. Yeah. But going back to Mane, see, Mane had COVID. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
And ever since he came back, he hasn't been himself. I'm not making excuses for him, but right now I believe Mane is trying too hard. Yeah. He's frustrated when he's getting kicked. He doesn't get the fouls that he used to get. So he's trying way too hard to put the ball in the net. A lot of times he just needs to make that simple pass. Yeah. You know, and then look at when he was trying to score the goal. All he had to do was place it. But this guy cocked his leg way back to Senegal and tried to shoot the ball, and he didn't even have the left strand on that.
Yeah.
You know, if Mane calms down, he becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, what the Southampton did, and I like it, they knew they can't go toe-to-toe with him. So they just let him do what he does, and then when he got close to us, we will just set up a wall. Yeah. And that's what they did very well. Yeah. You know, the issue that's going on is between Salah and Mane. And that's what Klopp needs to resolve. Either he's going to bench one for the rest of the season, or sit them down and talk to them and say, if you guys lose this championship for me, I'm selling you guys to Afghanistan or someplace.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, today you could see it. A lot of times when Mane gets the ball, Salah will be open and he won't pass it. And he's trying to do one more step or one more dribble. Yeah. Salah, when Mane or Firmino's wide open, he wants to dribble or the ball hits his foot and then it's like his first touch is not there anymore. Yeah. So our front three is the problem. The defense, you know, the funny thing is, We haven't been shipping any goals since VVD left.
Yeah.
One goal every game.
True.
You see what I mean?
True.
The problem is up front. We are not scoring.
Yeah.
And that's where I believe Klopp needs to make. And Jota being injured is not helping either.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but who in the middle of the park is going to provide you the goals when Mane and Salah's not scoring, or Roberto Firmino's finally finding his feet in front of the goal? Minamino has been doing a little bit of something. I know Diego Johnson isn't there at the moment, but who in the midfield is going to be able to provide that spark? I see that you guys played with having Wijnaldum and then Thiago and then also Chamberlain.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, he's like Ox is he was once a wonder kid, and that's it. He's not able to provide that spark you need going forward to have Thiago, who's he's a mastermind. He can find those passes. He had a beautiful one-touch pass over to Sadio Mane from the right side to the left side of the field that set Sadio Mane for a great opportunity. So he's capable of those qualities. But then again, if like you said, if your front three are firing, who else can help?
And the problem is also today our center backs are two midfielders. You see what I mean?
Can't fault you for that. Yeah.
Our center backs are two midfielders, and those two midfielders are needed for that spark that you're talking about to happen in the midfield. Yeah. Because if you have Flacco, what's his name, Fabinho, holding down, Henderson do all the running, then you could put Thiago out there and say, go do your thing.
Yeah.
Or you got Gini and Fabinho and Thiago.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So the two people who we needed in the midfield are playing center back. Yeah. And watch them today. They didn't make any mistakes. Mm-hmm. The mistakes came from the defenders.
Yeah.
So the midfield, I think the midfield were way too wide open. There was no cohesion. There was no plan. And Ox, you got Ox and Thiago, long-term injury players. Why are they starting at the same time? That's what I'm saying. You see, normally people get kind of like antsy when they see Milner and Gini in the midfield. But right now, this is when you play Milner and Gini and put Thiago up top in the middle and say, okay, Thiago, you do the masterminding. And then halfway through it, Thiago is that you just cut off red. Then you bring Ox in. Ox can put pressure on them through the middle. And then if, let's say we are still down and we were losing, bring Origin. Let's do something else.
Yeah.
I was out here making fun of Frank Lampard about the crossing. Liverpool started crossing, and all our players are like 5'2". Yeah. Why are we crossing so much? Against West Brom, that one, I think we all Liverpool fans almost lost their mind.
Definitely.
Because we crossed the ball like 5 times.
Salah almost had an opportunity, though. Salah almost had an opportunity where he went up for the header. It was just.
Where did the ball go?
Huh?
Where did the ball go?
It was off target. But he got up there, and yet again, it's one of those, you're not going to be able to play the ball into the box for players who are going against Southampton's unit. They have they have pretty good size
side unit. Yeah, they don't normally ship out that many goals.
Yeah,
I think the largest goal they ever shipped was against Man U when they lost 3-2.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we needed to control the game. It's funny how Liverpool, when we play City, we play Chelsea, we play Arsenal, Tottenham, we control the game to the point where our center backs are right in front of their 18 box. But today it was like there was no control. We were losing. Yeah, they were pressing us, but we could out-press. We could out-pass it. Yeah. We could out-pass the press. And that's what was frustrating me. It's like we were losing the ball. Yeah. And then it comes like Trent. From what I heard somewhere like he lost the ball 38 times.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? 38 times, Trent. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. He's relatively solid on that right side. He tends to be very solid on that right side. I think he's
because he will. I mean, because Thiago is in, Klopp is gonna try not to push them, both of them, that far. One will go, the other one will sit.
Yeah.
But the thing with Liverpool is, if our passes are off, it's over.
Yeah.
So today, I believe see, Newcastle, I was frustrated with Klopp.
Yeah.
West Brom, I was frustrated with Klopp. This one, even him, the whole time you look at him, he was smiling because he could not recognize his own team.
Yeah.
You know, so this is where Klopp needs to be putting the hammer down and be like, you know what? Hey, LFC band, thank you so much. But the bass guitarist gotta reselling the bass guitar. We bring in somebody else for the bass guitar spot.
Yeah.
You know, the drummer. Okay, you could stay, but
Yeah.
you may need to watch your back.
Yeah.
That's what Klopp needs to be doing now because these guys have won everything.
Mm-hmm.
They have won everything. So the only way you could get people to start firing again is for you to bring competition. And remember when Jota came in, you saw how our front three, all of a sudden things just changed.
Yeah.
You know, so that is where Klopp needs to do it. But this thing of Liverpool and Klopp have been great for 4 years. 4 of those 3, no injuries. Everything that we planned worked to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not. And they following the same strategy and it's not working.
Yeah.
January 1st. What did I tell you? We were waiting till January.
Yeah.
Why we are in January 4th and we don't have a center back?
You guys have spent money, and I do not think that your owners are going to spend any more money to bring in any more players during this time, just because it seems like if you're going to be spending money because the market's inflated, you're going to be spending a lot of money on a player that you do not know that's going to come in and provide what the money is worth. So it's very hard at this time to really think about bringing in a player who could cost you in the long run. And you telling me, saying that VVD is coming back, that is going to help to shore up the back line. But, I mean, we're kind of seeing it all over the place right now. You're seeing, Man City for a while had, Fernandinho playing as a center back. So it's crazy to see what the league is.
We fell into the same mistake.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pep is sitting there somewhere and be like, wait a minute. Klopp, you saw me last year.
Yeah.
Why are you doing the same mistake I did?
Yeah.
So, okay, the whole plan was we were going to keep our 3 center backs and have Fabinho be the 4th one when we let Lovren go.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, we got major targets that we are looking at.
Yeah.
But first of all, Klopp, Matip can play 2 games on the bounce.
Mm-hmm.
The man plays 30 minutes and then some. He get out of the training, he sneezes, and he pulls a hamstring.
Yeah.
Gomez is also injury prone. So VVD is the only one that has been solid. And even him, when he was on Southampton, he used to get injured quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that was a risk that was way too much.
Yeah.
Because right now, Liverpool is not Liverpool of Rodgers' years. We are at a higher level where we are here for world dominance.
Yeah.
Bayern can do what we're doing now in Germany because their league is not as physical as the EPL. And it's not me saying that the Bundesliga is whack. No, that league is strong. But guess what? Bundesliga makes sure that their teams are well rested. They help them when in terms that teams have to go to Europe or other games. They will tell them, okay, you play this day and then rest 4 days. They give them time to recuperate. EPL does not do that for you.
Yeah.
You see? So it was a risk that was not needed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said don't go spend money on a superstar.
Yeah.
Fine. All Liverpool need is a center back that is adequate enough.
Yeah.
We had Reece Nelson, wasn't it? Reece Williams, who just slot in when VVD went out, and they played very well.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
So why is he not playing them? Why is it all of a sudden now that he decides to move his?
No, you couldn't play those. You couldn't play those 2 guys because they were too slow. Inks would have having dinner right now.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's like playing Giroud center back going against Vardy. He will burn him so fast, you'll be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the plan, I remember when I was talking to my boy T, and I was like, I hope He said Henderson as center back. I said, no, I'd rather have Gini as center back. But that was fine. But the midfield got lost. And when the midfield locks up front, those three guys, right now the system needs to change. Yeah. And Klopp needs to come up with a better solution for these guys to hear. Because I believe in that some of these guys have won all these accolades. So they are not really, kind of worrying about the next one. It takes a few people like Ronaldo, Messi, Ibra, those kind of people to be like, okay, I won something last year. I'm going again.
All right.
You know what I mean? So right now, that's where Liverpool is at. Klopp needs to take hold of the team.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he's a great coach, great manager, loyal to a fault. And around this time, it's hurting us.
Yeah.
It's hurting us because have you seen the next 6 fixtures for City?
Busy fixture. It's a busy fixture. This is something that the players aren't used to. I knock on wood, we're not going to see more injuries. COVID is starting to really ravish. I mean, UK has a new lockdown going on. Like,
yep.
Everything that we're viewing right now is something that we've never seen in our lifetime.
Before.
So it's understandable to see why these players are getting injured quickly, why these players are looking mentally tired, physically tired. It's yet again, it's something we've never seen before. So patience with them, and hopefully over time that these players are going to get more accustomed to their roles. Over time, we're going to see the managers getting more pumped up for these games. Because it isn't going to be the race it was last year. There's Liverpool. Your team is not going to go ahead and just be killing the league and just worried about Champions League. This is going to be entertaining. Last year, we were going to watch football because we knew who was already going to be Premier League champions. So right now is a time for us to really stay focused and watch what is going on, and to see some of these big clubs heading down the table. Chelsea they have to figure it out. I can't say anything more. We got to make the changes. We got to make the changes, you guys. Right now, I want to get into the final thoughts. My final thoughts, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and Archie tell your final thoughts. For me, you guys got an opportunity to really talk about Chelsea. It's been depressing. It's hard to sit here and talk to you viewers every day about bad news because we want to hear good things. We want to be excited for the game. We want to be excited to get in front of the screen and talk about all the good things that we noticed during our play. We're playing against Morecambe, if I didn't say that correctly, in the FA Cup third round on Sunday. So we need to take out all of the energy. I don't care. Play a strong squad. Do not play a weak squad versus them. We need our players to come in, and we need goals galore to be scored of them. I think that's going to help us get our confidence back. And we're saying this to you, Frank Lampard. We need you to come up with a plan. Get these players excited to be playing for this big club. Get them excited to be looking at getting a trophy, accomplishing something this year, and making Roman Abramovich proud for whooping out his wallet and spending this money towards the team. So that's all I got to say about this. Archie, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your final thoughts. It's been frustrating, but I'm trying to be optimistic.
I got to drink water for this. Liverpool, all we need is a center back.
Yeah.
Get a center back. We don't need Koulibaly, which I wish we could, but we don't need Koulibaly. We just need somebody who's adequate enough because Matip will come every once in a while. That will push our players a little bit more forward. But the team that I'm worried about is City. It's always City. Because when you look at their next 6 features of City, it's all the bottom half of the team. So they could get 18 points within, 6 weeks? Yeah. So that's the only team. Man U, they have Bruno Fernandes injury away for Ole to get out again. You know what I mean? But it is going to be an exciting season. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be pulling my hair. I know I'm going to be frustrated again.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the only one. But right now, we could see the reason why.
Yeah.
And it's because we playing players out of position and it's hurting us. And the players are complacent. And Klopp needs to find a way to get them back into that mentality monsters that we were last year, at least in the first 75% of the season last year. You know, normally Liverpool, when we go in down one spiral, it's always 3 games.
Yeah.
And West Brom, Newcastle, Southampton.
Yeah.
We got Aston Villa for FA Cup on Friday. So we got a revenge that we need to inflict on them after that 7-2 that they put it on our behind. Yeah. So after that, we got the big game. You know, I know you say you're a big club, but you know, the biggest 2 teams in the EPL.
Oh, come on, man. You can't be shooting me down
hate
like
them.
that.
No, but I hate them. I hate them, but I have to give them credit.
Definitely.
Those suckers, they've done what Ferguson did for them.
Yeah.
But now they're in the rut. They think they're going to go somewhere. But I remember I was watching one of the YouTube channel, and one guy said, we are like Thanos. Yeah. When the time comes, we will snap that, we'll make that snap, and we will break every team that thinks they're going up will come back down. Yeah. And he was right. They started with Chelsea. Chelsea fans said, Liverpool, you guys are going fifth. You're not going to win the league. We winning the league. We got CH. We got this. And then what happened? Tottenham. Everybody say, oh, Mourinho, mastermind. Mm-hmm. You know, some people even call him Trophy Mourinho. Shout out to the boy.
You're talking about what's the name on the Tottenham
expression?
About,
expression. The homie expression is like, Trophy Mourinho.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that he had it. What happened? We beat him, but he lost 2 games in a row, and he was at 8.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So Man U, I'm not worried. It could go. They haven't even felt the pressure yet. They're just excited right now. Yeah. The team that I'm concerned about is City because they know how to do it.
Yeah.
And they've done it 2 years prior before we came in. So in closing words, Klopp, I know you're watching this. I'm your dude. Call me, man. Call me. We discuss this. You know, I might send you a couple of vinos. Maybe we just sit down and we talk. Yeah. Buy a center back, man. And Klopp doesn't like to spend just for the case of spending because he, like you said, in January, it's too much. But please, even if it's on loan, go somewhere. Somebody out there wants to win a championship. Yeah. Bring him in. Let's go, man. We have an FA Cup to win. We have a Champions League that who we playing? That we have to win. I forgot the team we playing. Oh, Leipzig. We play Leipzig actually. Sorry. We play Leipzig. That's not going to be an easy game. Yeah. You know, EPL, we have to get it back to back, man.
Yeah.
You know, we getting the banter that we're not the real champion because it's called the COVID champion. All right, we're in the COVID now.
Yeah.
All you teams laughing at us. It took COVID. The refs playing us. VAR hating us for anybody else to catch up. And we are still at the top. Yeah. So, Klopp, man, call your boy. Call your boy, man. We talk.
All right, guys. So you heard it here. Thank you, Archie, for coming in and
thank you, boss.
Liverpool football with us and Chelsea football with us. If you guys like the content that we provided today, don't forget to like down, leave a comment, let us know what you guys are thinking. We want to talk back to you. I'll have Archie on here coming in, talking football. So let us know, you guys. We're excited. We're not giving you great news right now, but we're both staying optimistic. He knows what his team needs to do. Frank Lampard, I hope you know what you need to do. Yet again, you guys, thank you for tuning in to the Frank.
So Frank's still in? Frank's still in? Frank's still in, or Frank
right now, Frank's still in. I can't say no more. But I'll definitely let you know how I feel in the coming weeks.
All right, boss.
All right, you guys, we're checking out. Have a great one.